Hi. One of the things that's been coming up with some of our clients, and we did like a long talk about this, is this idea that we let the world dictate our results. I did a live on this. If you haven't seen it, go back and look at it a couple weeks ago. But it was about pricing your service and really giving your gifts to the world and receiving for it, right? Receiving abundance for it. One of the major mistakes that most women make is letting the outside world dictate what you can charge. And this is a pattern that was established early in life. It's a learned pattern that ties to a codependency, which is that you learned to feel worthy by giving to other people and accommodating other people. And when you find your worth based on how other people value you, and this might have happened even as a child, right? That you found your worth by how happy your parents were with you, then that is a learned pattern that is probably wreaking havoc in your life right now. Because most female entrepreneurs, consultants, coaches, leaders, healers, authors, right? Those of you who want to give your gifts to help humanity, you are living below your potential because you're looking at what other people are charging and how other people are responding to what you're doing as a way to measure whether it's worthy, whether you're worthy. And so this is this learned pattern of letting the world dictate your results, because you know what happens if you don't get the result that you would like, right? Someone maybe tells you you can go out and you can, charge this and have a program about this, and you see other people doing it and you're like, okay, I'm going to do it. And then no one responds, no one takes you up on it. And so what happens? You slippery slope back into your cave and you stop offering it, right? Because you were watching for how the world received you. And if they didn't give you the response that you wanted, you took that to believe that that is what's possible for you. And this is the biggest mistake. Okay, so let me tell you that your belief in what you do is everything. And so my work with my clients is to work with you on your belief structures. If your belief is not there, then we need to increase your belief, because without belief, no amount of strategy, no amount of getting in front of more people will matter. Believe me, it doesn't work. So we need to get you to a point where you believe unequivocally in your value and what you're doing. Now, what I want you to remember as you think about that is that when you create a coaching program that's going to help someone change their life, it actually has to change their life, right? You don't want to be selling an addition to someone's life. You want to be selling a life changer. And so when you think about selling a high-end coaching or consulting offer, you have to think big picture. Meaning, you have to think about the lifetime result of what it is that you do. So say ultimately you help someone with their health in some way, whether it's their mental health, their physical health, their emotional health, right? You can help them get into an optimal state as it relates to this in their life. Great. You have a program that does this. You're going to price it at $5,000. Awesome. So this is totally great. However, if you think that people are buying your program and you have a disconnect between charging that much, right? And I don't know if people will pay that, then no one will actually respond to you. So how do we increase your belief in the fact that it's worth $5,000? So we do this inside the program, but I'll give you a hint, right? Instead of thinking that people buy a program, because they don't, they buy the life transformation. So when you think about your program and what you do, okay, you got to think about what is the lifetime result of this result, of this solution. Meaning, perhaps because they changed their emotional health, they saved their marriage. How much is that worth, right? That goes back to happiness. Or maybe they got out of a bad marriage, right? Maybe because of the help that you give in your program, they added 20 years to their life. How much is that worth? Maybe because of the help that you give them, they stepped out and started living their gifts, and they started a new career and a new business. And they're actually living their highest destiny because they figured out how to solve this pain that they were in through your program. So you see how you're not selling a program. You're not selling a $5,000 program. You're selling a result that in your mind should be worth like 1,000 times what you're charging, right? What is it worth to knock 20 years or add 20 years to your life, or to get out of an unhealthy, abusive relationship, or to save your marriage, or to make more money, or to like write your book or live your destiny? What is that worth to someone? It's like there's no monetary value for it. And so that is the process we go down in the accelerator and my mastermind to get you into a high belief state. The codes that are available to us feminine leaders now are that we actually came here for this. And so what you've been taught by society on what people pay for and what they don't pay for is distorted. And so we need to move out those codes, and we need to install new coding, right? Which is this accelerated light that really comes into your whole body and helps you stand in your power. And power is belief. Belief is power. Okay, so we want to increase that. When you have that, that's when the whole thing starts to shift, because people feel you. They know that you're activating something in them. They feel you, and that's when really price becomes irrelevant, okay? So right now I want you to assess if you're letting the world dictate the results you're getting. It's this old learned pattern of accommodating what other people need, how much they're going to pay, what are other people charging, right? That's a distorted old pattern, learned pattern. We need to delete that, and we need to assess where our new coding can come in, which is actually available now through this crisis, in fact. Our belief, we need to increase our belief in ourselves and what we're here to do, and really step out powerfully as the leader we are, with a frequency of belief, right? Not based on what the world says, but on what we know to be true, and the work that we've done, that we've been preparing, studying this for this lifetime and multiple lifetimes. Like, that's what we're here for. So we get to step out now. We get to charge big. We get to really step into the highest level of ourselves and remove this filter that says what other people are responding to me is the way that my value is found, okay? Because that's an old distorted code. We really need to increase our belief in what we are here to do, and that comes from within, okay? That comes from within. And then when you have your belief, plugging in our strategy, which is, automating your leads, having people learn about you through a powerful webinar, so that webinar can sell for you. And, you can really live your gifts as a feminine leader, in this masculine feminine balance. That's really what we teach you inside of the accelerator. So I love you all. If you're just joining, go back and listen to the replay. If you're here for the first time, listen to the replay and drop replay below. My hope was to activate you with a new level of belief in what you're here to do, Stop looking at what everyone else is doing, what everyone else is charging, how people are even responding to your posts. It's irrelevant. You need to do the inner work to have your belief strong, then go out into the world, share your belief around the lifetime value of what you know to be true about what you do, and share from that place powerfully. Invite people into high-end containers with you and help them change their life rapidly. This is available now. It's very exciting. It's a very exciting time. So that which we've known on this planet is changing, and we get to be a part of it. You are a part of it. You came here for this. Okay, I love you, and we'll talk to you soon.